What is up, all you freaks out there? This is Ryan,
And I'm Rhonda.
and we are missing.
We are missing one of the three musketeers.
Yes. I took off last week, and Sarah decided to get food poisoning, and so she is going to be missing this week. I just
Wow.
realized
Hope
it
she
is
feels
June
better.
20th, June 25th,
June 20th, June 25th.
June 25th. Yeah,
Yeah.
June 20th is Rihanna's birthday, so I'm used to saying June 20th, but June 25th. It is halfway to Christmas. I've got my
Sure
"Don't
enough
Stop
is.
Believing" shirt on, which I didn't
And
realize.
you've got your beard ready
Got my
for it.
beard, got my red. So it is. We're in the Christmas halfway to Christmas spirit here on the freaking awesome paranormal show.
Man, don't be rushing us through Halloween. Do not rush us through Halloween.
I'm not rushing anything, but I'm not. I'm just just putting it out there.
Well,
It's
after
halfway
this
to
last
Christmas.
week, why would you not? Like
Exactly.
104 degrees is ridiculous.
I know. I'm looking forward to winter. Although the winters around here haven't exactly been like super cold
True.
lately. Normally, when it gets to halfway to Christmas, I'm like Christmas carols all day long, but I just couldn't do it today. I couldn't bring myself to listen to the Christmas carols. I feel so like betrayed.
Wrong.
Like I betrayed myself. Yeah, I know. I should be more. I got the beard and everything. I need the red hat.
Oh goodness.
God. So
Hey EL. Hey
what's up,
Tracy.
EL? Hey, Tracy.
Thanks for joining us. Hey Shonda.
Shonda. So last week was interesting. We had a little bit of an emergency on
Like at the last minute, man.
It was, man.
Pulled it off.
We gone to the grocery store to get food for the week, and Angie was like, "My arm hurts really bad. I need to take me to the hospital." So I'm thinking, well, maybe it'll start feeling better by the time we're done grocery shopping. So but we started putting groceries away, and she seemed like she was doing better. But then as we're walking to the car, she was like, "Yeah, you definitely need to take me to the hospital." So, I took her out there, and I dropped her off, and last time I'm trying to think, okay, we got to do the show. I got to figure out what's going on with that, and figure out what's going on with Angie and everything. And luckily, I was able to bring my tablet into the hospital and talk with you guys and get everything straight. And since our guest we were going to have got sick and had to cancel, which I'm actually kind of thankful for,
Yeah.
not thankful that she was sick,
but no, it happened at the right time.
yeah. Because I wasn't feeling good either that day because I had a bit of a cold. So I wasn't like, how you're not gonna be a very good host because you're not feeling it. That's kind of how I was feeling that day. So I was okay with her, having to cancel. But the fact that we'd already planned on having that paranormal roundtable really came in handy that night. And you guys, of course,
We had a blast.
That night. It was a lot of fun.
Yes.
I enjoyed watching the show and just hanging out with Angie. But she's doing great now. She's back.
Good.
She's out of the hospital. She got out Friday, so she's doing fine. And then
she was there for multiple days.
Yeah, she was there. Yeah, I honestly thought it was going to be like a false alarm or something, like indigestion. I didn't know what I was thinking, but I didn't think she was going to be there for 2 days. She was there, got out Friday night, so definitely a nail biter, but she ended up having heart spasms.
Oh wow!
She had to get her blood pressure evened out and stuff. So she's doing.
It sounds like it wasn't major, but enough to make sure she ends up on the right track.
Yeah, exactly. But when you hear people talk about strokes and heart attacks and stuff like that, you're like, holy shit. It's definitely not what I had in mind or I was expecting to hear from the doctors. But, she's doing good. She just got to, watch herself. And then if I don't, didn't feel old before, I feel old now because Rihanna turned 21
21.
on. It's like I don't want to, but I can't come to grasp with it. It's just in my mind, she's still the little girl, and it's just.
I think that's a dad thing too, because I think
Yeah.
even as a dad, you just look at your daughter as forever like 5.
And plus, I don't want to think about me having a 21-year-old. I mean, honestly, it's probably more of a selfish thing on my part, where I'm like, I don't want to think about that, because if she's 21, how old am I? Yeah, it's just like I like kind of like living in my own fantasy world where I'm actually still kind of young.
Well, too, though, but you have RJ, so you've got one that's 21 and one that's a long way from 21.
God,
so,
yeah. Trust me, there are times when I feel more old when I'm with him than when I'm with Rihanna. Because chasing him around isn't as easy as it used to be. I was dealing with Rihanna when I was in my 30s. Got those old Santa Claus bones going here. I tell you, I was a little. I had the nerves going today about this show.
Why?
You skip a week, and then of course we got Middletown Paranormal,
which should make it easy because they're friends. Because they're friends, that should make it easy.
Yeah, I know. But that's the fact that I know that makes it harder, because I'm just like, oh my god. I think it's skipping a week got me out of my rhythm, and of course, I was a little depressed today. I'm not gonna lie, a little sad.
What day is it?
It's George Michael's birthday, and I know it's a little soon, but
I don't think I can have faith anymore.
Yeah. Trying to think of what my favorite George Michael songs. I guess Wham counts as George Michael.
Yes.
Yeah, there were so many good ones though. Careless Whisper. I'm never gonna dance again. We could do a whole show on George Michael songs. That would be awesome. Your favorite George? That'd be incredible. Freedom, the one Freedom. Man, so everybody raise a toast. You know he died on Christmas, and he's born on June 25th. So like 6 months after.
Get out.
Yeah.
That's a whole this theory right there.
Yeah. Sing it, Ray. Ray. Who the fuck is Ray? Oh, Teresa. Hanging out from Ontario, eh?
Oh,
call me Ray. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. What is your favorite George Michael / Wham song?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
It's a tough one. This is tough.
I think Careless Whisper, because you hear that remade by, like, I recently heard that remade by somebody that I would have never thought would have remade it, because it was like a metal band, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Careless Whisper is a good one. You almost feel bad, like, saying what your favorite song is, because then you feel bad for the rest of the songs, like they have feelings. You're like, I want to say Careless Whisper, because the other songs might get offended by it or whatever.
EL said father figure. I would agree with that.
God, we had EL. We had him on the show of like a couple, like last year or something. That was an interesting interview. I enjoyed that. Let me have him back on the show. Have him back on the show here. Wake Me Up. That's such a happy song.
What's the one that I Want Your Sex?
I Want You. Oh my god.
We should not have been listening to at the ages we were listening to it at.
Yeah. That was like, I didn't have no idea what they were talking about. Of course, I'm the person who, whenever you answered, sex, male or female, you start laughing because I said sex. Oh my god, you said sex. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. My favorite Wham song is probably Last Christmas.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my all-time favorites. Yes. Yeah, George Michael's awesome. Let's see here. Whatever day. It's actually color TV day as well. So if you are into color televisions, which I'm sure a lot of us are,
seeing us in color.
Yes, you've enjoyed all this right here.
It's
Be
your
sure to
day.
celebrate color TV
It's your
day.
day.
I wonder if there's a black and white TV day, and how many people would celebrate that. Probably not many. Just saying. 60. He'd still look pretty good if he was 61. He was a
Yeah.
good looking man.
Yeah,
He was a good looking man. I'm not afraid to say it.
he was.
I love that song. Shonda, you and me, right there. Last Christmas, you and Santa Claus, right here. I used to have a black and white. I used to have black. Well, I didn't have a black and white TV. My parents did.
My parents did too. There was like one that was still left that didn't work.
Mhm.
It was funny. My parents like stacked TV, so it was like a couple, and like one didn't work, but one did work, and it was just funny. But yeah,
We had one TV on like a TV cart, but it was color. But you
TV
push it
cart.
out to the porch for us to watch TV on the porch and stuff.
Yeah.
Remember the cable box, the cable like controller was big and brown, had silver buttons on it, and had a cord to the cable box. And we'd watch, you had Fox and HP, like basic cable.
Yeah.
But we had a black and white TV on the kitchen counter that we would watch like, the news on, and watch like the Cosby Show, or One Life to Live. No, One Day at a Time.
One day at a time. Yes.
Yeah, syndication. Or watching Good Times.
Good times. Yep.
Eating our grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup.
Or the Brady Bunch.
Yes. I Love Lucy.
Yep.
Which was like on black
But
and white.
if you were on Fox or like 35, you were watching He-Man and She-Ra.
Oh yeah.
Thundercats.
G.I. Joe. Eating my apple slices with cinnamon on them, or my graham crackers and milk. Good freaking times. Or while George Michael was playing in the background. I'm never gonna dance again. Oh my god, I can't talk about it anymore. R.I.P. George. Rihanna is a big George Michael's fan, and when I told her that he passed away, because it was on the news on Christmas, she cried like
Aww.
all through the family photos that we were taking. There, she's got this like look on her face, like her cat just died or something. It was even like if I mention George Michael on Christmas, she'll get really sad about it. It's like she liked him. Let's just say she was a big fan. She was a big fan. Let's give a paranormal shout out to the Ghost of Stanton.
Nice.
Yes, if you feel like hearing some pretty cool ghost stories about Stanton, Virginia, head over to www.ghostofstanton.com, or you can also check out their Facebook page. Yes, go check out their Facebook page, and they actually have 90-minute walking tours, and they'll tell you all these freaky ghost stories about Stanton, all the spooky stuff there, all the hauntings and stuff there. And the tickets, to get this is gonna blow your mind. The tickets are actually only $15 to $18 to have a 90-minute walkthrough. And these guys, they tell us some amazing stories. And
they're great. I haven't done it yet. I have not done that tour yet. I need to get up there and do it.
Did a Ghost of Stanton tour a long time ago, and I really enjoyed it. The guy came up, he had like a top hat and the cape and the lantern, like going all out.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was in the fall, so it had that cool, crisp October feeling to it, which I think is the best time to go on a haunted ghost tour. Now is the fall, but I'm sure. I mean, summertime's cool too. So if people are going to go in summertime, go then too. But for me personally, I like the fall to go on the ghost tours.
I agree.
What is up, Jennifer?
Hi, Jennifer Ward.
Nice. Oh, I'm on the way to Eloise Asylum this Saturday. Ooh, Teresa, we gotta hear all about it on next Tuesday.
Nice. Perfect timing.
Yeah, look, a birthday present right there from her family. That is incredible. That's the one in Michigan, I believe. I think we were talking about that earlier. That's awesome. I can't wait to hear about it on next week's show. Let's see. Words that need to be brought back. This is a phrase, actually.
Okay.
Pang wangle.
Pang wangle.
Yes, it is not dirty.
Pang wangle.
Although it does sound, you can make it sound dirty, I guess.
Pang wangle. It's like pang wangle. I have no idea on that one.
It's to live or go along cheerfully in spite of minor misfortunes. So you're just having a good day. You're pangling your wangle and you're just having a good time. Would you like to pangle my wangle, baby?
Pangle my wangle.
See, you just made it sound dirty. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I've got away with words. What can I say? Okay, so we have got a brand new section.
We do.
Brand new
Dun, dun, dun.
part of the show. Rhonda is going to take over. She's going to explain what she's going to be doing here.
Yes.
And then we'll bring on our illustrious guests.
So Ryan and I were figuring out what I would offer every week. And he suggested, why don't you do a card pool? So I'm going to do a card pool of one card for the collective, for anybody who's listening to us or tunes in. And then I'm just going to give my interpretation of what I think that means for us all for this week. So I'm going to be using, at least for a while, this deck here. It's called the Halloween Oracle. It was recommended by my dear friend Carrie Lynn Shellhorn. She actually didn't recommend it. She would post it on her page every week. Not really do it was just like, I was like, what are those cards? Because they were so beautiful. And she told me, she said, get the deck. I told her what I was trying to do. So I got the deck. I'm going to shuffle it, and let's just see what we all need to know or look into for this week.
So this is advice for this week, guys.
Yep. All right. So we got we got the winter card, and it says it's the sacredness of pausing. And what I feel like this means is in the summer, it's a lot of times it's go, 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 especially if you have kids, they're in sports or you're going to the pool. And I think we don't take a lot of time to just kind of sit back and pause and enjoy this time. I think we all say that summer just flies by, like you blink and it's over. So I think it's just a reminder to all of us to slow down a little bit. It's really, really hot outside, but go enjoy like the dusk when it's almost dark and enjoy the sounds of nature, or go out early in the morning when the sun's first coming up and enjoy what you can of the day, because it will fly by before you know it. The lightning bugs will be gone. They're out right now. In the mornings, the birds will not be chirping like they are. So, just don't forget to pause a bit and try to enjoy the summer as hot as it is.
I cannot wait for this season to be over. I'm not going to pause, or I want it to fly by. This is the slowest time of year.
No, you need to go find something to make it not feel that way. Even if it's early one morning before it gets hot, go sit and enjoy it for a moment.
I will try, as hard as it may be.
Spirit in the universe said go do it. So do it.
The humidity and the mosquitoes and everything.
I got ate up last night with mosquitoes outside. So, but the universe is saying we all need to do it. So go do it.
Universe. I'm not going to poo-poo on it. I'm going to listen to the universe. I'm going to go out there and enjoy the summertime. I'm going to enjoy it.
Just find a time of day you can go. Just enjoy it, whatever that may be.
The cards have spoken. Thank you.
The cards have spoken.
The cards have spoken. Well, thank you. That's awesome.
What we'll call our segment. The cards have spoken.
Yes. That's the way. That's your catchphrase. The cards have spoken.
Where are our guests? Let's bring them on.
Man, this is so cool. We got Middletown Paranormal Investigations coming on the show. Let's bring them on right about now. Hello.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello.
How is everything?
Everything's good.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I like it hot. I don't like cold.
Me too. I don't complain about it.
I like warm weather, but it's just the humidity where you walk outside, you feel like you were drenched in sweat and bugs crawling over you. If there were no bugs, I'd be okay with summer.
Rhonda, you need to get yourself some Skin So Soft.
Right.
Yeah.
It works.
It does. I wasn't expecting it. All of a sudden last night I was outside and I was like, oh my God, where did they come from? They're everywhere. So yes, now I'm dousing myself.
I didn't know Skin So Soft to work on mosquitoes.
It does. And it makes you smell fresh too.
Well, I do like to smell fresh. So there's that too. They had some bug spray that somebody made at the cabin, like Bugger Off or something like that. I think maybe it was Kimberly Moxley made it and brought it, and I used the crap out of that stuff. So it's almost gone, and I don't think Off works very well, at least not for me anyway. So
it stinks.
Yeah, it's one thing I do like about summertime are the smells. Like Off is one smell I enjoy because it reminds me of when I was a kid. And
I don't know what to do with that, Ryan.
With the bug spray,
Did you like
when you were
child? Was it like an aerosol kind of inhaling thing?
Yeah, I'm all sprayed in my nose and shit. Oh my God, my sniffing off and stuff. Oh. God,
that explains so much, Ryan. It explains so much.
Puffing off. God, I got high on Off, man, the other day. It's crazy. You know the old smell, the old school Off, and you go like camp and you spray Off and you smell like that's And what's the other one? The candles. Citronella.
Yeah.
The lemon smell. Those and charcoal. Mm-hmm. A charcoal grill.
Which is a dying thing.
Summertime.
Yeah.
There are warnings.
There are. He missed those.
Yeah, I'm trying to find anything to make summer more bearable. And there isn't much. But I got to enjoy it. I've got to pause and find a day where I can go out and enjoy summer. I know what day I'm going to enjoy of summer, the last day of summer. I'll really enjoy that day.
I don't like winter. I don't like to be cold.
Me either.
I don't really like winter either, but fall.
You're like counting down to Christmas and growing out your beard and wearing red.
Hey.
We don't want to hear it.
Hey, it's halfway to Christmas. When it's halfway to summer in wintertime, I'll be wearing a Hawaiian shirt. I'll come on the show.
I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to hold you to that.
We're going to have to do a special show just in case. We're not on that night. We'll just do a special 5-minute show. Come here. Got my Jimmy Buffett shirt on.
You can do a little dance like those animated Santa statues you get at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, I'll do a hula dance for you guys.
See, I get ahead of the game. I dye my beard whenever.
There you go. See, you have a nice full beard there, Ronnie. I haven't
had time to trim it.
Man,
it's getting annoying.
It looks good, man. I was afraid that my face was going to be all itchy when I keep the beard in the summertime, but it doesn't really bother me as much as I thought it would.
COVID.
Yeah, during COVID, I just decided to let it go. I think I had it down to about right here. That's long.
It looked like ZZ Top out there.
Yeah,
Rip Van Winkle.
Got to the point where I was sleeping. The way I sleep would just go up like that, and I couldn't breathe. I'm like, no, I've got to trim it.
I think the worst part is the food.
Yeah,
you call it, or don't like. I like a hot dog with mustard on it, be all yellow and shit.
Well, and that 2 hours later, eating what's left of the hot dog.
Yeah, that's true.
It gets stuck. Shit gets stuck in there.
It's like a midnight snack. Oh, okay. This still looks good. No mold on this. Let me eat this one. So what's been going on with you guys? Anything new happening on your side?
No, not really. I mean, just same old stuff. We've been taking just different trips and doing different things at home, and yeah.
Cool. Where have you guys gone?
Oh,
We went to the USS North Carolina, and we went to
Rangeworth Lodge
in Gettysburg, and we went to see Hill City in Lynchburg. We went to their investigations they have, and I think that's all we've done this year.
That's all we've done so far,
Yeah.
and we haven't done a lot. Just some other things that factored in. We've had to buy a new refrigerator and just different stuff that took money away from some trips, but we need a refrigerator.
Yeah, well, keeping food cold is always a good one, unless you want to like build like one of those like food storage things. And like back in the old day, like build like an ice house in the back of your property, which refrigerator is probably easier than building an ice house in the backyard.
We've done some different events and stuff. I mean, January we went to, I think we saw you.
Yeah.
Hanover.
Yeah.
We did that. Oh, yeah, we did.
Hanover
We
Tavern.
investigated. We was with Dan Porter from Supernatural Lost Adventures. We did that a few weeks ago, at the beginning of the month. We investigated that.
We stayed in a really weird Airbnb.
Oh, my God.
So this is a funny story. So I was just being cheap, and I was like, the hotels are like $250 a night. We need 2. This is ridiculous. So I found this Airbnb, and it was going to cost us each $37. And I was like, reserve. It's one night. We can do it. So we just keep driving into this woods and driving. And I looked at him and I was like, this is where they film horror movies.
Cabin in the woods.
Wrong turn.
That's right.
Yeah. So like then we get to this sign, and it says it's like a sign, and it shows you Airbnb parking. And so we get there, and I've stayed in Airbnbs before. Well, the woman opens the door to the Airbnb. She's like, "Hi, welcome." I'm like, "Hi." Turns out she was just like I'm pretty sure she was a widow, and she just has a dog, and she's pretty lonely. So I think she was just really excited that we were there, because she sent me a message, and she's like, "I thought you guys would stay longer. You left really early." I mean, it turned out okay, and it was a nice little place, but it was just really creepy when she opened the door and she's like, "Hi." I was like, "Whoa."
Yep, that happened to Kim and I last year for the Bigfoot Con. We had gotten an Airbnb, and the lady, she just rented her upstairs where she had bedrooms. There was 3 up there, but it was weird. It was weird to walk into somebody's house. Like, she told us how to get in, and she wasn't there, and she'd be there later. But it was weird to walk in someone's home and know that they were living there and know that they were going to show up. And now she cooked us a mean breakfast that morning, but it was strange. It made you feel weird to be walking in someone's house. You know, they live there.
Yeah. Hi, Lois. Yeah, we had the basement, and she was upstairs. Like, it wasn't, but it was still weird. Like you said, like, I don't know. It was just a door that separated where we were versus where she lived. And it was just kind of weird. So.
I always feel weird sleeping in someone else's house.
Yeah.
You know, even if I know them, like, I still feel weird sleeping in other people's houses.
It does. It does. But I was being cheap.
Hey, you know, I mean, and plus you were able to keep her company, because it sounded like she needed it. So it sounded like it was good that you were able to go out there for a night, and at least it wasn't like a creepy, you know, like death dungeon or whatever, you know.
That's true. There was no cauldrons or, you know.
Gretel vibes, Hansel and Gretel vibes. You show up and they cook.
Yes, right. Welcome, dearie. Come in. There was no candy on the outside of the house, was there?
Oh,
nothing like, wasn't a candy house. Watch out for those.
So yeah,
watch out for candy houses.
It was fine, and we got and if you've never eaten at Hanover Tavern, you should eat there, because they have good food.
Dude, I love Hanover Tavern.
I do too.
That is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the food's really good there.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So.
We saw you guys. You were at Henricus too.
We were.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
I keep forgetting about this.
Yeah.
And Vegas was good.
Memorial Day weekend, we were down with the flags.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's right.
Yeah.
we just saw each other.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Um,
And now you're back with us tonight. So I read a post that you put on Facebook saying that, this is one of your first podcasts. Is only appropriate. This is going to be your last podcast. Are you done doing podcasts?
Yeah, we decided here last month that we did the one for the guys in Canada, Paranormal Voice.
Yes.
Bill Quigley and Michael John, and we just decided that that was enough.
Well, I'm honored that you decided to come on with us and join us.
Well, we were pretty much done then. Then when you said something a couple weeks ago about coming back on, I was like, yeah, I'll do that because you were the first one that invited us on the podcast. I'm like, yeah, let's just do first and last and become full circle.
I really appreciate that, and I'm excited to go over some paranormal evidence with you guys. Now, do you remember what your first EVP was?
Ooh, our first EVP. I guess that would have to be in Wayside. When we did that fundraiser. So John came down the night before. That's the one I remember the most. And there's this room in Wayside, and it's one of the ladies who owned the inn many like the early 1900s. She had this. It's a room of mirrors, is what it is. And there's a dining room table in there. And John was sitting there with his DR60. And we know Ramsier has been there, General Ramsier from the Civil War. And swear to God, he said Ramsier in the recorder. And we heard footsteps on the stairs. And that was just like, whoa. So, yeah, that was pretty cool.
There was also a room upstairs, room 7, that they say the guy doesn't like women standing in that room. But whenever a woman stays in there, they get scratched or they have bruises or whatever after the night. He had the DR60 in there. Cinder was with him that day, too. It was right before we had the event and just messing around. And John Aston said, you don't like women. What do you do to women? I hit them. That was his response on the DR60.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah.
Well, that's
one of the first we ever heard. Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. I wonder if any women have actually gotten slapped or hit on an investigation out there.
I know people that stayed in the room have had stuff happen to them. Some women have had stuff happen to them. I say they've gotten scratched and they've had bruises. And I can't explain where they came from. So, but it's been 3 years now since I've been down there. So I don't know. I know a lot's changed. So just the owners and me don't get along so well.
Hi, Culpepper.
Hey, Culpepper.
No,
What's up, Culpepper?
they just decided they wanted to do more weddings. And
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Hill City.
Hill City.
Yeah. They just decided they wanted to do more weddings, and they said the brides were scared by the paranormal.
Yeah, they didn't want to be known as a paranormal place. Like, that's the intrigue of the Wayside Inn. People know it's haunted. That's why they want to go there.
And it's on like the 10 most haunted places in Virginia list for like years.
You have 2 real estate agents from down in Northern Virginia who this is their 4th business after the other 3 have failed. And this one's going down the tubes now too.
So, but it's okay. I mean, it was a really good experience, and we loved being there because there's so much history there. There's just so much history, and it's making more every day. So it's a cool place.
It's funny how they called out the brides for being scared of the paranormal. We'll just tell them some of the brides are scared. Don't they? They'll make something up.
I'm sure that's what they're thinking about on the day.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I wasn't gonna get married there, but the ghosts are scaring me, so I can't get married.
Hear me.
Right. I can't go through the wedding.
Drama. Yeah,
Well, hopefully they'll get their act together. and realized that paranormal actually does make them money. And
I hope they sell it soon. That's what I'm hoping.
If I had the money,
it's for sale.
It's $1.3 million if you want to buy it.
Yeah.
God, we're trying to buy the cabin now.
Yeah.
Definitely can't afford $1.3 million. Shit, that scares me more than the ghost does. Yes. God.
It does. But yeah, that was our first. And the funny thing that I think about, this just came to mind. So I had called John like on a whim, and he had talked to me all about paranormal. And that next weekend we went to Wayside, and they let me in this room that supposedly they've seen soldiers in. And I took this video, and it was like all dust. Like it was like all dust flying around because it's an old building. And I was like, oh my God, John, look at all these orbs.
This place is really haunted.
Yeah.
I'm like thinking to myself, oh God, that's embarrassing. But he never said anything ugly to me. He was just like, oh yeah, that's cool.
No wonder brides are so scared. There's ghosts everywhere.
Right? Flying everywhere.
You can't even walk into a room without tons of ghosts flying everywhere. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's tough when you see people like they get so excited about seeing like orbs, but you know it's dust, but you don't want to like rain on their parade.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll do the same thing. That's really cool. That's interesting, or but you didn't know.
What you found out later, and that's what if you keep at it, you start learning.
Yeah, you learn, and you
like,
figure it out. So besides the hundreds of ghosts you call in that one picture, what is your
the ghost party you had?
There's John. There he is, right there.
See,
what is
see when it comes to orbs now, I use this S-Lock's philosophy. Orbs are like orbs are like boobs. Not all of them are real.
Yes, that's a good.
He even has a T-shirt.
Put that on. Yeah, is it? Yeah, that's right. So, what's your favorite piece of evidence you've captured?
I sent it to you.
Is that the one? Is that the St. Albans one?
Yeah, that was totally. We were totally unprepared for that.
Didn't expect it.
Yeah.
Well, then let's have that idea. Let's check it out.
Sorry if I cuss.
Oh,
yeah,
I do too. I need to stop that when something happens. Like the F word just goes full out of my mouth.
Yeah, so it's hard not to cuss sometimes when something really cool happens during an investigation.
But I didn't have any cameras in here other than my phone, and I just took the video on the phone. I wasn't live streaming or anything. This is just pure video.
So this is in the boiler room at St. Albans, right?
St. Albans, outside of the bowling alley.
Awesome.
She thought she saw something behind.
You'll hear it. I say it.
Yeah.
All right.
Can you make one of the cigarettes move? Let's see if I hear your voice on here.
Did you hear it? Did you hear it? I heard it on the recorder.
See, now it sounds different on there.
It does sound different.
Yeah.
It sounds like a door opening and closing there, but there's nobody else was there but us. Now, when I listen to it on video, it sounds like somebody with a really bad smoker's cough.
Yeah, it's like a laugh, and neither one of us laughed.
But hearing it on here, now it sounded like a door opening and closing. But like I say,
But
we're in the
no
boiler
one's
room. The only door is the big double door going to the outside. And nobody else was there. No door opened or closed.
Yeah, because there's that long hallway, and then there's the stairs that go up from the bowling alley.
Right.
And the only door is like upstairs, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I got is right there at the very end. We went back to take a break, and I was just replaying the video, and I heard it on the video and played it for her, and we're like, "What was that?" So we played it for. Were you there that evening, Rhonda? Was that one you were on?
I think so.
Because I think I played it for everyone, and nobody. I mean, we just couldn't figure out what the noise was.
Yeah,
Right.
it sounded like a smoker's cough laugh.
That was like when I heard it. I've heard it. I think I
Mhm.
was there, but I've heard you play this for me, and
Yeah.
I thought it was a cough as well. But that I will say on this, it sounded like a door.
Yeah.
Yeah, on here it sounded like a door.
Yeah,
I played it for Ronnie. Yeah, Sean, she drops the F-bomb every 2 minutes. I can't do anything
Oh
with
my
her.
God, I
Me
do
too. Sean knows. Sean knows.
do not.
Hey, when you're excited about a piece of evidence, it's hard. Like I said, it's hard not to drop an F-bomb.
Well, where the cigarette is on top of the tank, she thought she saw a hand come up to grab the cigarette. That's when the F-bomb came out.
Yeah. So
That's awesome. That place is so cool, and
It is.
so much cool stuff in that place. Dennis got an EVP where he asked if anything good happened here, like any birthdays or anything like we're talking about all the bad stuff. Did anything good actually happen here? And the voice came through and said, "There's nothing good here." And he played it for us. We called it. We all heard it, classic EVP. And then when he got home and tried to find it, it was gone.
wow.
That's always interesting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very I had my most intense Estes method at St. Albans. The most intense one I've ever done.
What part of the building were you in?
So it was the second time I had been in the suicide bathroom. And the first time I was there, I was begging Rebecca to just like let me feel what she feels. Let me know what it felt like. Let me know what she was going through. No, let me just feel it. And so that time, I guess I was sitting in a different location, and I literally felt, and I know there wasn't anyone behind me, but I literally felt somebody put their arms on me, and they're like, "Okay, you want to feel it? Here you go." And
Yeah.
I just, I cried. Oh my God, it was awful. Like I pulled myself out of it because I couldn't. It was just so emotional for me. I was just intense.
I guess is what they say. Be careful what you ask for when it comes to stuff like that, because I bet that was really hard.
Yeah.
How long did it affect you after you came out of the session?
I'm pretty conscious, thanks to Kim and Rhonda, of making sure that I like clear myself when stuff like that happens. So I immediately just went outside and grounded myself and took about 10 minutes just to like kind of get myself centered and, cleanse myself. And so it was about 10 minutes, but I mean, like, I still remember the feeling, but affecting me, I try really hard not to let that happen. So, because unfortunately things like to follow me.
Yeah, and break windshields
That's a fun story.
twice.
Well, tell us what windshield.
Yeah,
I haven't heard the windshield story, so tell us.
Windshield breaking is definitely something I want to hear about.
Have you read Fear the Reaper? You were talking about the Ghost of Stanton. This is kind of funny. So we went on the Ghost of Stanton tour. It's really cool. You should go. We went on a Friday the 13th, so it was kind of fun. They do like a little Jason thing. But I was fascinated by the book of one of their members. It's called Fear the Reaper. It's on the Desjardins Clinic. So fast forward to, was it 2 months ago? a month ago.
A month ago.
A month ago, I was going to UVA for my doctor's appointment, and I had to use the restroom, so I stopped at the Sheets in Stanton, and there was the DeJarnette Clinic, and I was like, how close can I get? So I go down this road, and literally there's no fence. I could have ran up the hill and gone into place. I mean, there's no fence around it or anything. And so I'm standing on the road, and like, I swear to God, I heard these kids like beating on this window going, she can hear us. She can hear us. And so this guy's walking behind me, and I just don't think when I just say what I'm thinking sometimes. I turn and looked at him. I said, do you hear kids? And he's like, no. And he like pulls his dog away. Like, I'm like, all right. So I take a picture. I get back in my car. Everything's cool. Got the doctor's appointment. I'm getting ready to get off the interstate. On the way home, this rock flies up and breaks my window. I didn't think anything of it. It was just a fluke, you know. Guy comes to my house and fixes it. He gets done at 4:00 in the afternoon. Tuesday morning, I wake up and I go to the gym early, and I'm getting off the interstate, and a rock flies up and hits and breaks the new windshield. It hadn't been in the car 12 hours. And I was freaking out. I was like, what is going on? And so like, I told him, he's like, well, can you get a Reiki session? And I was like, no, I can't leave work. And so I messaged Jerry, and I said, Jerry, I don't know what's going on, but I need some help. And she goes, okay, send me a picture. So I send her a picture, and she goes, oh, honey, I don't know what's on you. She goes, but you just got this white light that's just illuminating from your head all the time, and you just get leeches, and you've got one heck of a leech on you. So I came home and hotboxed the house with sage, like, sat in it. It was like banked down in the house.
Like a sage sauna.
Oh, I got home. It was still smoky inside. I was like, what the hell?
He's doing this. So I'm sitting there.
Coughing and shit.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there, and I just got done, and I closed my eyes, and I was just like kind of trying to center myself. And I opened my eyes, and I look over at our doors in the kitchen, and I watched this black thing like slither under the door and fly up really fast outside. And I was like, what was that? And so I didn't even put two and two together. So he comes home, I tell him what happened, and he goes, you stopped at that damn clinic. Some got on you.
That's just from standing outside the clinic too. That's
It don't take much magnet.
Yeah.
I carry a piece of hematite in the Jeep now. A big
Even
old
Making sense.
Even that don't work.
Yeah.
Even that don't work because you broke one. The last one you had, it broke.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was in
Wildwood.
Wildwood, yeah.
It busted my ring.
Hematite broke.
It broke.
Holy moly.
When we were on the second floor of Wildwood when we went on vacation last year. Yeah, it broke her ring.
damn. That's crazy.
It was all it could take.
You know it's bad when they start the phrase off with "oh honey." That's when you know, oh shit. The shit
Like,
hits
bless
the
your heart.
fan.
Totally different. Oh,
Bless your
honey.
heart, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh honey, child.
Oh, I mean, yeah. So I just am really careful now, and I
You
try
just
really
keep
hard.
driving past DeJarnette unless you're like super protected.
I
All
don't.
the things.
I'm not. I was told I can't go near there.
No.
I'm not allowed to break any more windshields.
Hi, Courtney.
Hi, Courtney.
Can't afford any.
We'll get when we go back on tour. I mean, you're not really close, but you can see it from where they have the thing in town.
The Stanton one,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, it's crazy. And that's a really good book, actually. If you like that kind of.
I do. I'm
If
gonna
you
have
like
to.
to read that kind
I've
of
been
stuff.
meaning to read that. I'm gonna put that on for this summer.
Oh God, is this the first night or the second
It's
night?
the second night. For some reason, the first night got deleted off. That's the night that it came after you and Tyler, and that's when Dennis ended up carrying you up the steps, and then John's
Oh, wow.
crucifix went off. Because I left the phone going, John's crucifix went off. When he asked it, "What'd you do to Shayla?" You can see the reflection. But this is Saturday night when Brandon's downstairs, and my suggestion was for Brandon to do the Lord's Prayer while you were back in the corner doing the Esty session. So and it came after me that night, which didn't work.
Now, do you think spirits can mess with your evidence like after you get home and mess with
Oh,
the
yeah.
equipment? 'Cause
Absolutely.
something maybe got rid of it off the Facebook page that didn't want you to have that kind of information?
There's settings when I finish a live stream. Settings come up to where it gets deleted in 30 days, or I can see where it's never. And I probably didn't do it right on that one.
It sucks. So you have to
just because I left and went upstairs with Dennis when we took her upstairs. So that's probably why that happened. Because this one I put all my other ones I put never delete, so they should stay there. So if you want to go back over it, like just like this, we can go back and find it. Well, here it is. We can do this. But this is the second night doing the Lord's Prayer, and it was pissed.
Yeah, it did not sound happy. So I'm gonna go ahead and start playing this.
And this is in the basement of the Brick Rambler, in the corner where the well pump is.
Yeah, where there is a sump pump.
Yeah.
And the door right beside her.
Right.
All right.
Let me know when I'm gonna start.
As soon as she gets the headphones on.
All right. Here we go. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on
What
earth
is that noise?
as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses. That we
Make it
forgive
stop
those
now.
who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Stop
For
it.
thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Now, when you were hearing the voice come through, was it an angry voice you were hearing?
Yeah. I was angry, and it was like a guy. I did not. I don't even know if I knew Brandon was down there, but I knew I knew it was a different mode for me because the first night was so I was tired, I hadn't eaten, and it just got me, and I was like different mindset. So at some level, I didn't know what they were asking, so I was kind of thinking they were asking about the night before.
Yeah.
I didn't think this was happening.
So you had no idea they're going to say the Lord's Prayer before you went under.
Mm-mm.
What's the matter? You don't like prayer? Did that upset you? That make you mad?
Who are you?
My name's Ronnie. I was down here last night. Gene Wells did this a couple weeks ago. It had upset you. Did it upset you now? Did it make you mad?
Is this where you come in and out of back here?
Inside.
We know you're inside. You're too scared to go outside.
Go away.
No.
Behind you. It's a whisper. This is all a male, by the way.
Who's behind you? Am I behind you?
It's dead. She's dead.
All right, calm down now.
I'm a professional.
You're perfect.
Don't try this at home.
Yeah, it kind of rambled after that, but I was just curious to see what it was going to do while he did the Lord's Prayer. Because, like I said, we watched Gene Wells do it a few weeks before that on a live stream, and it wasn't happy then. So, since it did what it did to her on Friday night, I was bound and determined I was going to piss it off on Saturday night.
Yeah, it definitely was not happy that you were saying it. Do you, when you are going under like that, do you normally feel a certain way when you have these, or is it just certain places where your mood actually changes?
9 times out of 10, I don't remember what I said. I don't remember what happened. And that's why he started taping them, because he'll be like, remember when you said this, and I'm no, I don't remember. And I've studied, like research like Estes, and people say it's pretty close to letting like something take you over.
Yeah, you're channeling
so
100%.
Yeah. So the night before, when it started showing me those images, that was the first time that's ever happened to me. But the images were pretty graphic, and it was of somebody I cared about. And I do remember those. But I don't remember what was said. I know that I said somebody's name that was in the group, and I didn't even know who they were.
We did that the second night too, because we had that couple with us the second night. The first night you said the little boy's name.
Mm-hmm.
The second night you said the couple that was with us, you said his name.
And I didn't.
And we didn't even know his name.
I didn't know who they were.
Yeah.
So.
And then it came after me, and we kind of figured it out afterwards. It kept saying Woodstock, which Woodstock's in town, the next town from where I used to live, and it said wreck. And I couldn't put it together at the time. We talked about it when she was done. She cleared her head. A friend of mine, when I was running around back in the day, he stopped. He was drunk. I said, come on, let's go to Woodstock. No, I'm going home. He said, well, I want you to ride with me. I said, no, I'm going home. I said, you need to go home too. He tried to get my cousin to go with him. He didn't go, told him to go home. Well, he went to Woodstock. And it's Route 11, divided highway with nothing in the center of it. Another car was coming the other way, a little Mustang 2, 2 girls in it, just graduated high school, head-on collision. Screwed them all up pretty bad. The girls broke, each of them broke a leg and had some other injuries. He was messed up for a little while. And the one girl was driving the Mustang. She ended up marrying one of my best friends, which we hung out for years. They just moved to North Carolina. We don't see them that much anymore. But I didn't put 2 and 2 together, and I got to thinking, wreck, Woodstock. She said the same thing. I'm like, why is it coming after me? Because I wasn't there. There was a chance I could have been there, but I wasn't. So I'm like, that would have done it no good, because I wasn't part of that wreck or going to Woodstock. I went home, but I remember when it happened.
But yeah, Rhonda, it's definitely a channeling thing, and it makes me tired. It really does. Yeah. It makes me tired. So.
Oh yeah.
Man. I think when I tried it one time in the rancher in Melissa's room, and it's just, I think I had a hard time focusing on, because they had the lights going and everything, and I had a hard time picking out words. Do you find yourself having to like almost zone out to hear what's going on in the static?
So I close my eyes, and I just like literally like in my head, I can see myself. Mm-hmm. So like I'm looking at myself when I do it, and internally looking at myself. So it's almost like, I don't know, one of those movies where you're in your brain and you're like looking at yourself doing something. And that's what I do. And that really helps me like differentiate between the DJ talking and an actual message. So
when you were doing your thing, Rhonda, when you had that thing in the mirror, were you doing Estes method when that was going on, or?
No, I was just doing that method, looking into the mirror to see if I would see something pop up. We had somebody behind us that was doing dowsing rods, and that we were running EVPs.
Okay.
At the time. But what I was picking up when I was sitting there, I was asking questions and telling the person who was doing the rod, don't tell me what you're getting. Because I was so focused in just looking at the back behind me that she was in the mirror, but I couldn't see her. So I would be like, asking if it's a man or a female, don't tell me the answer. She would get it, and I was like, it's a man. Like, so then I would tell her the answer at the end. She was like, oh my gosh, you've got this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is that scrying? Is that what that is?
Pretty much is. It's psychomantium, I believe, is what it's called when you're looking in an actual mirror and not like a black piece of obsidian or water. But it worked. It's just like scrying. Yes. And that's the funny, because there was pictures, and all of a sudden John was like, okay, Rhonda, can you stop for a minute? You got to see this. And he was like, showed me pictures, because he was snapping pictures. He was like, Rhonda, this is not you.
Oh wow.
My whole face changed in the mirror to looking like a man, which is who we were talking to.
You ought to send if they haven't seen the pictures. You ought to send a picture to them, because it's really kind of freaky.
That gives me goosebumps.
Yeah.
That gives me goosebumps.
Because his whole thing was like, are you okay? And I'm like, I feel fine. He was like, okay, as long as you're fine. But like he was just back in the corner kind of snapping pictures and looking. He was like, oh, this doesn't look right.
Oh,
John was definitely not Rhonda in 2 of those pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can tell the difference between you and the guy.
I was like an old man. It was weird. It was the weirdest thing ever.
Wow. That's crazy.
Making sure there was no old man stuck in you or something.
Nope, not at all. I felt fine, but it was funny. What I was getting was matching what she was getting on the dowsing rod. So.
Now, do you put yourself on a time limit when you do that?
That was the first time I'd actually done it. It was one of those things where we kind of done some of it, but whatever reason in this particular location, I told John, I said, I think we need to do it. I think we need to do it there, because somebody had captured something in a photo before in the mirror. And he was like, yeah, John's pretty good at, that's why I love working with John, because he's kind of like, let's try it. But I also appreciate the point. He was like, something's a little weird here. Let's back this up. Stop. Let me show you what I see.
When she goes into Estes, I usually turn a video camera on and watch the timer on that. 15 minutes is usually the max I'll go on that. If it doesn't seem like it's really that bad of a session, and she doesn't seem like it's wearing her down or anything like that, I may let it go 20 minutes.
I will say with Estes, you can usually look at somebody and tell when they're crashing.
Yeah. Her voice changes a lot.
Well, guys, we're getting towards the end of the show.
Seriously?
Oh, wow.
That was fast.
Yeah, it was. You spend the first 15 minutes talking about George Michael and Christmas. It just seemed to go by.
So good.
And, Pingle Your Wangle, stuff like that. It seemed to go by fast. Again, I want to thank you guys for coming on the show and joining us.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for asking us.
It was a lot of fun.
Podcast.
Yes. Of course. Hopefully you'll be joining us in the comments of the show, and you'll still check us out every Tuesday night.
Oh yeah. We'll continue to watch. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, and we'll be Gettysburg for the bash. That's our next thing.
Nice. What else do you get? What do you guys have coming up? But you have the Gettysburg bash coming up.
That's right now.
We got one more payment on the refrigerator.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't go to Sage, because I paid for the refrigerator. So.
Yeah. So.
Adulting. It's not.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's fine. I mean, we got a list of places for next year, so yeah, we're good.
Nice to meet you too, Teresa.
It's all good.
And hopefully
from Canada.
Hopefully I get to hang out with you guys at some point.
Hope so. Hopefully we will be able. Dennis will be able to purchase a cabin. We're having a lot more investigations out there.
You are. It's pretty exciting stuff.
Just put it out there that it's going to happen. It's happening.
Yeah, put it out in the universe that Dennis is going to be able to
done deal
to purchase the cabin. We had a bunch of people come out today to investigate. We had Jess Webb and her husband from Beyond the Badge, and Crystal was out there. Sarah was out there with her kids. Howie was there for a little bit. Jason Gray, and then Dennis came out, and I had to leave.
Shameless plug for Jason Gray.
Yes,
that's right.
Designs right there. So they were all out there. I had to come home because AJ had a doctor's appointment, and I get a phone call from my dad who was driving by and happened to see all those cards out there. He's like, "So what?" He called me. So what are you up to? I'm like, "I'm not home watching TV." He was like, "There are a bunch of kids, their cars parked out at the cabin." I'm like, "Oh yeah, well, I had some friends come out and investigate. And I was like, he's like, oh, okay. He was cool with it. But he was actually in the parking lot of the cabin. It was wanting me to come out or, say hi or whatever, but I wasn't there. So,
That's so funny.
yeah, luckily he was okay with everyone being
Well,
there.
I mean, you posted a picture and you're like, mine is
Yeah.
wrong. I'm like, I didn't know there was a party at the cabin today.
Every
Right.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. How would you not know that, Rhonda? Come on.
Every Tuesday. I
I
know. I
rolled
tell
up
you.
for a minute or two, just let a girl know.
Well, I'll tell you now. Every
Yeah.
Tuesday we're out there until we're told we can't.
Mm-hmm.
So, and actually got some,
because Dennis is buying the cabin, so it's all good.
yeah, exactly. And so they actually got some cool stuff that today. So that's
Nice.
always good. So
Nice.
So again, thank you guys very much for coming on, and we will see you soon.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And yes.
Until then, peace and blessings to both of you.
You
And
too, guys. Thank
y'all.
you so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Take
All
care.
right.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes, Teresa, it is the Cabin on 360 that we're talking about. Good night, Tracy. Oh, EL, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for joining us,
being there.
EL.
Yes,
We have EL back on.
we do. Yeah, we have our next open dates like in November, but we'll have him on. Yeah, we are booked.
Well, I actually have a couple of people I want to get exposed. It was spoken to there, like the Paranormal Voice. There are some people I met at Sage Paragon. They are a podcast in Ontario, so they want us to have them on, and they'll have us on.
Heck
So
yeah.
that'll be a whole
Ontario.
thing. Yeah.
Teresa. There we go.
Yep. We probably should get Carrie Lynn on too, because she is just the brightest light ever, and I adore her. So
let's have her on.
Let's have her
on. We've got I talked to the guy who runs what's the name of that network? Hang on. Scare Network or something like that.
Ooh.
He just came out with Sean Austin to the Cabin on 360. I think it's called Scare Network, and he's got this kind of like Paraflix, where he uploads different shows and different. So it's like something you can get on Roku, or you can download it. And I was talking to him. He's the guy who runs it. He wants to come on the show.
Nice.
So we have to do a Sunday show with him.
That'll be fun.
Because
we
like I
should
said,
have Sean back on too, because now since he's just recently been at the cabin, that would be awesome.
Yeah, maybe we can get them on together.
Yeah.
Talk about their adventures out there. Next week we have got Spooky Galveston, which is in Texas.
Awesome.
We're going to Texas to investigate.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Yes. Then we got JK47 Paranormal on July 9th. Paranormal Theory on July 16th.
Nice.
Dark Echoes Paranormal on July 23rd. And then we're right back here for Freaks React on July 30th. So we are booked. We got some pretty freaking awesome shows coming up here, guys, coming in July. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Everyone send positive vibes to Angie as she recovers.
Sarah. Angie and Sarah.
Say that. Angie and Sarah. Every guys send positive vibes to Middletown Paranormal. It was so cool they were to come on the show with us tonight and talk about.
I can't believe that's their last podcast. That's cool, but I'm glad they did it with us.
Yes, I am honored that our show was their last show. I was actually kind of scared. I'm like, what is going on? Are you guys like going away or something? So I'm glad it was just that. But so, what do you have? See, I can't even talk.
So our next big event is July the 13th at Belgrove. It's a lockdown. It's already sold out. We have another date in August. I'm not sure if tickets are available. I believe it's the 17th. Oh, that's bad of me to not know right off the bat. But
I'm ashamed.
I think some members of FPRI, we're heading to Lynchburg to hang out with Hill City on Saturday night.
Nice. Are you going out there?
I am. That's my plan.
awesome. I am going to be
Mike
giving
said
a
the
tour of the
17th.
cabin.
Yay, I remembered that
Yes.
correctly. I was like, what? I feel like it's the 17th. So 17th is a lockdown we have. Come on, let's sell it out. It's a good time. Especially if
Nice.
you've never investigated. I feel like Belgrove is one of the best places to go for a first-time investigator.
Was that's July 17th?
No, that'll be August 17th.
August
So
17th.
July
Oh,
13th,
okay.
we're sold out, but we have August 17th on the books and open
Awesome.
for anybody who wants to come.
All right, guys, you got to
You need
sell
to come
that.
back
sell
out
that
there,
event
Mr.
out.
Ryan.
I need to come out there. Period. Be
Yep.
the first time. I got to make my way out there. What do you guys have coming up on the Orion effect coming up here?
I haven't, poor Howie, he's not been feeling well. So I know he has
Yeah.
something planned. I saw some teasers about it, but I have not had a chance to ask him what we're doing. But it sounds like it's going to be fun.
He's had a rough go of it lately.
He really has. Bless
Guys,
him.
send positive vibes to Howie as well.
Yeah, Howie too. Howie has not been feeling
Yeah.
himself at all. So let's send him all the love.
Let's get there's some positive vibrations going, and everyone have a great rest of the week.
Yep.
And like Rhonda said, go outside and enjoy the weather, enjoy the nice weather, as hard as it may be.
I wouldn't go out at noon, but if you want to go out at like 8 o'clock,
yeah,
or 8:45 and see the lightning bugs for a minute, do it.
take your
Find the
time.
positive in it.
Yes,
Find the positive.
take time to enjoy yourself. Like Rhonda said, don't rush through things. Enjoy your life, because before
Slow
you know
it down for just a moment.
it'll be gone. And
That's right.
The cards
have spoken.
The cards have spoken. So until then, we will be back here next Tuesday night. Same freaking awesome time.
Same freaking awesome place. Same freaking awesome show.
Have a good one. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.